Here we are at 3b. Okay. You could line up the equal signs and get the y over the y and the x over the x, but this, to me, looks like a good chance to just use substitution. We're going to solve this with substitution. You know what happens when your teacher's not there at school one day? They send in a substitute. Substitution. However the heck you spell that, right? It looks something like this. Let's take a look at this one right here. See what happened? We got y all by itself already. Why don't we just take all of this junk over here? They're telling me y equals this. So what if we were just crazy enough to plug in that x minus 4 to this y? I say we do it. Let's go for it. All right, let's rewrite that. 4x. Yep, I'm going to need a pencil for this one. 4x plus 3y. We're not going to put y there, though. We're swapping it out. We're going to put x minus 4. Yo. Here, let me just change the color of that real quick, my friends. 4x plus 3. Why did I change it out? Because I want to put the x minus 4, make it orange. So that some of you guys that are lost, scared, and all alone in this world can figure out what the heck it is I'm doing over here. All right, I just swapped the y out for x minus 4 because they told me y is x minus 4. And we got to make sure we get this equation. All right. Cool. There's the 4x. Here's the 3y. There's the 5. It's looking pretty good, you guys. Let's do this. We got this. Easy peasy. All right, what we got to do first is distribute. There's something called the distributive property. I got to multiply the 3 times the x and the negative 4. Never forget to distribute. It's good for you. All right, 4x. And we got 3 times x. And I got 3 times a negative 4. Negative times a positive, negative 12. Alrighty, the 5 is over there. We're moving right along. Things are happening. We got to combine like terms, okay, people? The 3x and the 12, they never going to go together. They just don't mess with each other. They're not cool like that. The 4x and the 3x, oh, these are BFFs. They're going to kick it for sure. We can put those two together. And this is called a constant. That 12, it goes with the constant 5. So let's put our like terms together. This goes with this, and this goes with this. Alrighty, 4 plus 3. What's 4 plus 3? It's 7x. 7x. Let's make a little green arrow. Look, this went right down here, and this went right down here. They combined. They combined powers. All right, now, how am I going to get the 12? How do I get this negative 12 to the other side of that equal sign? Well, when I move it over there, it's going to be positive when it gets to the other side. But basically what we're doing is we're trying to think, how could I make it 0 on this side? Negative 12, the opposite would be plus 12. That'll make it 0 over here. And then I got my equal sign right there. I'll have 7x by itself. But let's not forget, we got to do the same thing to both sides of the equation. Put it over there on the other side of the equal sign. 5 plus 12. And so sorry, guys. You're going to have a little bit of a decimal here. It's not going to be nice, is it? 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. I add it to the 5. I get 17. Let's 7x. Let's divide it both sides by 7. I'm sorry, I should have got something with an even number in there. But don't just be scared of fractions, you guys. It still works the same way, basically. And so we got this. I don't want you guys to stress out too much about this 17 over 7. Let's just leave it like that. It's an improper fraction. You could call it 2 and 3/7 if you really wanted to. But let's just take it. Let's leave it as it is right there. And plug it in for x. We know what x is, but just like we did with up here when we did elimination, we got to figure out what x and y are. So what we do here, we take this ugly little improper fraction. It's the redheaded stepchild. We're going to plug it into this x over here. And let's see what y equals. Y equals 17/7 minus 4. Okay, on the test, I'm going to try to make it where there's no fractions or decimal places in there. But here's what we got. So that's pretty much all you got to do. Don't freak out about this just because there's a fraction there. If we did want to find a solution, what we could do is we need the same denominator. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. And now we got the same denominator. See, 4 is the same thing as 28 divided by 7. Am I right or am I right? And now you can get your little answer here. What you need to understand is the steps that we're doing. So please don't just give up because you saw a fraction in here. 17 minus 28. It's like 11, negative 11/7. Yikes. But listen, it's not so bad. Just take whatever they tell you. If you got x or y by itself like this, plug it in for the y. Substitution. Do your little math. Do some distribution. Combine your like terms. Get x all by itself. Once you find out what that is, plug it back into either one of those formulas. Whatever one you think is easiest. And then do a little bit of math. Find out what y equals. You got this.